Okay, you guys, welcome back to the Joy of Gay Sex series here on Charlie's Edition under Charlie's unique channel, of course. And be sure, if you have not checked out my other YouTube channel, to just type in Cross-Dressing Janice '08 under search, and you will see all my videos pop up, you guys. So, today's topics are more about the terms of sex, I guess. The topic I'm going to talk about now is a top. This is when it comes in the gay world. A top is basically the guy on top. In my version, I would say it's the guy in like a straight relationship. The guy is the top, the female is the bottom. So I'm going to explain more about that right now. So here's kind of like a little picture of what you would imagine a top to look like. So, let's find out what a top is for those of you who don't know what that is. Being known as a top can be helpful in meeting potential sex partners. People not interested in being bottoms automatically eliminate themselves, while those interested let it be known. It's also useful when placing ads or meeting someone online to let people know your sexual preference from the start. Being a top does not mean that you're more desirable than a bottom. It also doesn't mean that you most rigidly remain in that role or that you can't get screwed if you like. Assuming you practice safe sex, feel free to alternate as a top or a bottom according to the situation or your partner, which is called versatile, you guys. If you are a top or a bottom, that is called versatile. There are differences, though, between tops and bottoms. The top, for example, would seem to be the protector, the controller, the one who does the bulk of the leading and guiding, the one who takes on the responsibilities. Ironically, before the gay liberation movement, when gays were far more closeted than today, roles like top and bottom were more rigid because gay men felt required to assume invariable roles. In a sense, it was a mirror of heterosexual role-playing, the bottom assuming a more female-like persona, while the top was the man. Terms like butch and feminine were commonly used by American gay men to describe themselves, right up through the 1960s. One still hears these terms used by a few gay men and lesbians, of course. It also explains the use of the pronoun she to refer to another gay man. Memoirs of and interviews with gays who flourished in earlier decades make those distinctions clear. As a rule, femmes lived more or less openly gay lives. They dressed in a womanish slacks and fluffy mohair sweaters. Their hair was cut in gender ambiguous styles. They often wore makeup, and they paid dearly for this freedom. They were discriminated against severely, even by other gays. They worked in specifically gay occupations such as hairdressing, theoretical costuming, and interior decoration, or in low-paying jobs inside the tiny gay ghettos of New York and San Francisco as stage dancers, waiters, and shop clerks. By contrast, the butch gay could be in any profession, from sanitation man to company CEO, since he was passing for straight. He never allowed himself a feminine word or action, except when disinhibited by liquor or drugs, and only in the most secure gay company. Unlike the femme, he had the freedom to live and work wherever he chose. The American public of the first half of this century only recognized femmes as gay, never butches. But femmes also used this instant recognition. They could have straight male admirers and boyfriends, especially if they were themselves rich, powerful, or beautiful, or if they were in glamorous show business fields such as the cinema and music. Those gay men who came out around the time of the Stonewall riots wanted to lock away butch and female or femme role playing into the closet of history forever. The gay liberation's point was that all gays, no matter what their specific sexual behavior, were men. As a result of the surprising success of the gay movement, butch gays became free to try new roles, while effeminate gays found themselves politically passé. Yet it's interesting to note that political correctness hasn't changed the fact that gay men have sexual preferences even today, even among those just coming out, totally unaware of gay history, suggesting that something more deeply human is involved in these choices. The terms top and bottom no longer convey a heterosexual dichotomy of husband and wife as butch and femme did. Even so, while some men easily move from one to the other, most gay men prefer one over the other. We assume that it's perfectly normal to be solidly top or bottom. And like I said, you guys, being a top and a bottom is versatile. So if whenever you hear that term versatile, or you see it on an ad or something in the gay world, you know that they enjoy both being the top and bottom. And some people are strictly top, some people are strictly bottom. So it's very interesting. Alright, you guys, stay tuned, because coming up on the next video, I'm going to read about what a bottom is in full detail. So stay tuned, you guys, here on Charlie's Edition.